EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Silicon Valley. And with a foghorn sounding behind us, that can only mean one thing, and that is it's time for football at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
Please welcome your 2027 San Francisco 49ers.
On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys, losers a week ago, trying to turn things around here. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? It takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. It's been a tough man to slow down, so this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
13 yards.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First and 10.
Herbert.
43-yard line.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 49-yard line.
Herbert off of play action. Pass caught. It's Lane with it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line.
And the Texans first down.
Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Herbert back to the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Lane. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jalen Lane, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Now the try here for the point after. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans.
That time a 6-play drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Breaks through the contact. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former Texas Longhorn, their rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
32-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. That's caught right side by Palmer. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 36.
Back to throw here. That's again complete to Palmer. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Here's Lane. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but now 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And as we transition into the second half of the season, he continues to put up big numbers on a consistent basis. Currently the NFL's leader in passing as we play here in the month of November. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The 27-yard line.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He finds his man, complete. That's Lane. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And the Texans first down.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Back to throw here, Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 39-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Herbert now. He finds his man, complete. That's Lane. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
9 yards. That's another Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
1st and goal, Houston.
To the air again, Herbert. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
2nd down and goal.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Justin Herbert looking to pass. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And it is caught. Touchdown, Texans. From 10 yards out. And the Texans lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. 49ers nothing.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Oh, what a move. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the 49ers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. 2nd and 10.
Rico Dowdle. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
10 yards.
The Niners at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is caught. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Yeah, that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
They'll drop the throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Texans offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And as you see on the graphic, he's right up there with the best in the league when it comes to throwing touchdowns. Currently 2nd in the NFL at this point of the season. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is taken in by McBride. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and on play action, here's Herbert. Goes right back to McBride. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. First down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Texans.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal.
At the Niners.
Here's Herbert. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Dorrance Armstrong showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And his kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
It's 2nd and
8. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. It's caught at the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
They run here with Dowdle. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line.
Down at the 2-yard line.
It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Dowdle trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They were stopped last time from the 1. Now here's another try on 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. And Xavier Worthy with an amazing diving catch. And the Niners are back within a score. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And able to get this out to the 25. Houston set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Herbert, quick pass out wide. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Texans first down.
Herbert. He's got McBride here over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McBride. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
That's another Texans first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Houston.
Back to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Herbert throwing again. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Again, he'll drop the throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And his kick is indeed good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hanson with our EA Sports halftime report.
Our tour around the NFL starts now in Minneapolis. The Vikings at home to take on their NFC North rivals, the Packers. And this one, I'm not quite sure what to make of this. Well done here. It's a touchdown. The Vikings just keep on rolling. They are now 8-0 as they get the win.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw here. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That's complete to McBride. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Herbert off of play action. Able to get this one to McBride. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 28.
And the Texans first down.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he will find his man on the outside. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's now second and 10.
To the air again, Herbert. Over the middle, he's got Lane. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now it's Herbert. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And they'll run again. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to extend their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes. And while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the run, it's Dowdle. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
They run again with Dowdle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
It's third and 7.
He'll look to throw. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, here's second and 14. Herbert now. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Gain of 6 on the play. And this.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. For the last one, man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Niners will go on offense, first and 10. That's out wide for Palmer. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Incomplete.
They'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Taken in at the 22. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Here's Herbert. Pass caught. It's Lane with it. And this offense on third down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. The 49ers offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 10.
Out of bounds at his own 9-yard line.
2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
8 yards on the pickup.
From the 38 now. Here's 2nd and a couple.
38-yard line.
Looking to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Gregory Rousseau able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. They'll set up a throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this one is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
40 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Touchdown! Evan Ingram, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
17.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And he spins through.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Well, the home team's offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
A 9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19 at the 28-yard line.
He'll drop to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Down by Gregory Rousseau. Brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll finally be taken down, but he gets inside the Houston 20.
And the 49er, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it to the goal line, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football.
Intended for Josh Palmer. Incomplete. Turnover on downs.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down.
It's 4th down.
And on 4th down, honors the punt team, sending this one away. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game.